Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those followers of us and, of course, the Magwood twins, first of all, we definitely want to say thank you for joining. This is the Radio Twins Experience. Like we always do, we tend to do interviews where we talk to or interview interesting people, places, well, not places and things, but people with interesting backgrounds.
I am CJ.
I'm JJ. If you ever wanted to catch us or follow us up on social media, we're on all social media platforms, not all of them. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Facebook, Fanbase, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch. You follow us, we follow you back. If you can also go to our website, which is TheRaydioTwins.com, which is
www.TheRaydioTwins.com.
Check out our apparel line by going to the same website, which is TheRaydioTwins.com. And you also want to look for the tab that says Born to Win Store, which is BORN, the number 2, WINSTORE.com. There you'll also find t-shirts, socks, all of that apparel stuff too.
And for those that have already purchased, we thank you. We appreciate you.
You can check out our radio show Saturdays at 3 p.m. by going to TheRaydioTwins.com. And this is the Radio Twins Experience podcast, where we discuss people, places, and things and interview special, interesting people. Tonight is nothing different. We are in the presence of boss ladies.
Boss ladies.
The one and the only.
The two, anyway.
Yes. Look, definitely, I definitely like to say it. First of all, as you can see, their names are the Magwood twins. Please
introduce yourselves.
I am LaQuetta. I'm the oldest. And and I'm LaQuinta. I'm the youngest.
And for
16 minutes.
Oh, I was going to ask how many minutes. 16. Okay.
16 minutes. So we've been telling everybody 13 minutes, but then I was going through some photos that my mom sent us, and I did the calculations, and I said, we've been wrong all these years. It's actually 16 minutes and not 13, because I was born at 6:57, and she was born at 13.
Cool.
Okay.
A.M. in the morning.
Ooh.
Well, most people don't know or realize that we're actually triplets. So, hey, a truth for another truth.
He was first, I was second, and my sister was third.
What?
Yes, definitely.
Y'all knew, right? Y'all knew, right?
No. You didn't know that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we always try to get her to come to the Twins Day events, but she's like, no, never.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Well,
people really enjoy it, though.
Definitely. We try to put a whole lot, let her know a whole lot of stuff that goes on there, but she's still like, I don't know, I don't think so. So we're going to keep trying to get her there.
Right.
So maybe one day she'll give in.
Either that or just forcibly taken off.
Right, or trick her. Yeah.
So first of all, we wanted to interview you guys because if people who don't know, they need to know. First of all, these two ladies are business ladies. If you don't know who they are or their background and what they do, you will tonight.
And yes, this show will definitely highlight exactly what they do and how they've gotten there.
First of all, what is your businesses about?
Ooh, okay, let me go first.
Okay.
So I'm a licensed nail technician. I'm also a licensed esthetician. I also dibble and dabble in graphics because that's one of my passions. I love being creative. I love designing things. And I also I'm a licensed braider. So I also focus on doing the micro locks, sister locks, all things locks, really.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And that just sums me up just a little bit. But I got a lot of other stuff that I do too. But for the sake of time, I'll let her go ahead with her piece. Well, I am a licensed cosmetologist. I am also a licensed real estate agent. I am also a loctician educator for all of the lock girlies that want to, or even if you don't even have locks, but I just help women, find their niche and their passion within the lock community. So I just educate them on how to do what we do so that they can go out and execute and become six-figure earners as well. And let's see, what else do I do? We also have a traveling with the twin business where we go to different locations and people travel with us. We travel all over the world. Everybody knows us for travel. So we've met people from everywhere, every walk of life. And a lot of people don't know that we have a travel business because that's not something that, it just happened one day. But that's one of the things that we also do. So now the world will know.
There you go.
Whoever watches the show will know.
Right.
Now,
They can travel with the twins. We have a good time. And it's really all about empowerment for us because so many of our friends, we noticed over the course of years that our friends, they're all married, they have children. So we wanted to be, because God has us in a place where we're the ones that's not married yet or with kids. So we created an atmosphere to be there for our friends and to show them nothing but support and let them know that they do have a village and that they are not alone. So we do create like events where we
empowerment
enjoy each other and we pour into each other, motivate and speak life into our group of friends.
How did you get
and a
started?
lot of women.
How did you two start? Like, what made you lead down that road? What made y'all say, you know what, this is what I want to do?
Well, honestly, it was
I'll
it
go
was
first.
Yeah, go first. Yeah, I'm gonna let her go first.
My story will tie into hers. I feel
Okay.
like.
So for me, I had, we've always been an entrepreneur, had that entrepreneur spirit since we were younger. We were selling candy out of our book bag, candy, juices, chips, whatever you name it. We was gonna get us $1. So we thought to make some money. Okay, we was getting to the money. Period. But from there, it just kind of, we've always had a knack for helping people. And after corporate America failed me, I sought out, I got in my prayer closet and I just wanted God to help me figure out what path that I should go on. And it led me to hair school. I went to hair school, excelled at it. So I just was like, okay, well, here we are. So they told me that I would need to be in hair school for, I think, about like 15 months. I did it in like 11 months. I had already had my keys to my salon before I actually graduated from hair school. And I kind of just let God lead the way. And, he just opened up a whole nother realm, a world that I had never known. I hired a business coach, which I do definitely recommend people that was in the industry and they want to, do something that somebody else is doing, but of course make it their own. But find somebody that's good at what they're doing so that they can teach you the ropes the right way, so you can go and surpass and jump over all of the mistakes and things that they had. So that's kind of what led us there. But as far as the real estate side, I had always wanted to do real estate for years and years and years, but I allowed other people to project their fears and their negativity and their words into, what it was. And I was like, okay, well, if they said that I can't do this because I'm doing this, then maybe they might be right. They might be knowing what they're talking about. And, until one day I woke up and I just decided I'm no longer going to allow somebody else to dictate the life that I know that I want for myself. So I decided to take it upon myself. My friend helped us get into this real estate school, and I went to school at night. I did the salon during the day, school at night, and I did that until I finished. And here we are. 2 years in? Yeah.
Wow.
And for me, how I got on the path, I really, really, really did not like corporate America. I used to go to work every day. I was crying. I was just like, I hate this job, because for me, knowing that something is not right and I have to lie to people, that's just not who I am. So I was just like, this company literally want me to come to work every day and lie to customers to try and get a sale. And I was just like, this is not for me. So when Quinta went to hair school and finished and opened up the salon, I was just like, Lord, what can I do so that we can work together, so we can be together?
Right.
And so one day I prayed and asked God, and Quinta's mentor at the time, she was like, can you take me someplace? And me and her was riding one day, and I said, I think I'm gonna go to nail school. And she was like, what are you waiting for? I was like, I'll just start in February. She was like, what's so significant about starting in February? I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to start in February. It just seems like, she was like, why not start now? Like, have you contacted schools? Have you found out what you needed to do in order to start? And I was just like, no, I didn't do that. She was like, it's still early in the day. Get with it.
Right.
So, so I contacted a few schools, and this one school was like, well, you can start at any time. Like, and it was weekly. I went there, like, I would go to work in the daytimes. After I get off work, I would drive all the way to Easley. When I would get from school, I drive all the way about an hour home. And I did that until then COVID hit. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
COVID hit right in the middle. Like, my teacher didn't want me to graduate. She was trying to hold me hostage because after COVID, like, when we was able to go back in person, she really wanted me to help her with the other students because I excel at everything that I do, like, not bragging, not being cocky or anything, but that's just instilled inside of both of us. Like, we have a gift and a passion and a spirit of excellence. And if I'm not going to do something good, then I'm not going to do it at all. So I was finally able to graduate and finish. I went and took my test, got licensed, and we started working together, and one thing led to the next. And then I started, before then, I was already into graphics. I was already making t-shirts and doing all kind of customizations. I was making like birthday party flyers. I was just doing all kind of creative stuff. I was creating dishes, closing gifts for a friend at the time. And I was just like doing all the creative stuff. Then I got into doing websites and just doing all the fun graphic stuff because I'm a creator, I'm an artist, and that's what I like to do. So that's what led me to that part of my life. And here we are.
Wow. What out of the experiences that you had, what would you say was the most difficult?
Ooh, let's see. I think the most difficult thing for me would be what would you say? What was the most difficult thing?
In the process of y'all starting your businesses?
I guess for me, it was getting consistent clientele in the beginning. I'm to the point where I control the type of clientele that I get.
Okay.
And I don't want everybody sitting in my chair. It has to be like, and I'm not saying that in a mean way. It's just that I know the gifts that I have to protect that because God gave it to me. So I literally have to protect that. And everybody does not deserve access to me for that type of energy. And like, everybody can't have access to my gifts. Like, it's a time and place for everything. And that's just my take on that now.
Okay.
It reminds us of when they say that phrase, all money isn't good money. And that's that same type of vibe. So we totally get it.
And it seems like y'all have to have a vibe with the person that may sit in your chair or you may sell a house for.
Right. Well, for me, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but me giving people the benefit of the doubt sometimes kind of bit me in the rear end. However, I just pray and I ask God for a stronger discerning spirit, and I just go forth and be great. He sends me the right type of client, so we don't have to have those tough or challenging conversations, because if you aren't able to communicate with people, then how are they going to know, or how are you going to grow if you're not willing to have those types of conversations? So my biggest focus has been on communication, because I'm non-confrontational, but I can go there if I need to. Don't get twisted. But I don't like to do confrontation because I know me. And when you really truly know yourself, you know what situations to put yourself in, what places to put yourself at, and you just try to stay clear of that. When to zip it. That's my biggest thing. If I cannot communicate it and my spirit gets disturbed, you can't come back.
Right.
How did you get out of the situation with the teacher that didn't really want you to graduate?
Oh, honey, I did everything I could, and I kept my notes. What I did was in my phone. She was trying to say, "Oh, you didn't complete all your hours."
Oh, wow.
And I documented every time that I had. Anytime I went to school, I wrote it down. The time I went in, the time I went out. Like, I had it documented. So I was like, yes, I have completed my hours. I'm showing you, and you can go back and check in your system.
Right.
But I'm finished and I'm out of here. You're getting paid to do the job. I'm not getting paid to help you do the job with your student. Right. You're getting paid for that. Now, I didn't mind helping people, because that's just the kind of heart I have and passion. But when you realize that somebody is taking advantage of you, you have to stand up for yourself. And I stood up for myself in that moment, and it was like, hey, I'm done. Like, give me my papers, complete this. I already paid you all your money. Everything is done. Like, I got to get out of here so I can start my life.
That's good.
Well, you ever heard of the phrase? I'm sure we all had that phrase where it said, what was it? New levels, new devils.
Yeah.
So you both grew up into those prospective goals that you all set for yourselves. Did you at times feel like, whoa, this new devil or this new situation is way worse than the one before? Or did you just kind of say, you know what? We're just going to like leave it at the doorstep and pray through it?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, we're there. We're always walking and living in that. But we are always reminded, like, we grew up in the church. And so we have that foundation. And that kind of helps us remember, like, when we go, when we keep moving and life progresses and things like that, sometimes things happen and it takes us back to our foundation. And, you never forget your foundation, because when your foundation is solid, nothing can really break it. So we are experiencing all kinds of things, but we don't tell our problems, like, we don't take our problems and just, oh, woe is me. We tell our problems how big God is, and we allow God to, do his thing. Because if we're worrying about it, then we don't need to pray about it. But if we're going to pray about it, then we can't worry about it. And I know I may be preaching to the choir or speaking, and I know people may say, oh, that's cliche. But as cliche as it may be, it's the truth. It's real. For just speaking for myself. But I mean, that's just my take on it. My take on it is, like, the more you grow in this industry or in life, period, you are going to be faced with those people who don't think that you deserve to be at that place. And we have been faced with that. And I remember one of the first instances that we had to realize when we went to a new level, when we got our vehicles, like, we literally, I was traveling on the road working as a traveling nail tech. going up and down the road, over 200 miles one way. So that's over 400 and something miles back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And my transmission went out in my car.
Wow.
So I had to get a new car. Like, my dad, thankfully, he let me borrow his car, but I told him, like, thank you for letting me borrow your car, but I need me a reliable vehicle. Mm-hmm. And just so happened at the time, Quinta, she needed a new vehicle as well. Mm-hmm. So our parents took us to the lot. We got both new vehicles the same day. We just got them in different colors, the same kind of vehicles, Lexuses. And when we got those vehicles, we actually lost clients because some even said, oh, we're not paying for your lifestyle. But my take on it is, you're not paying for my lifestyle. You're paying me for a service. And what I do with my money when I pay myself is my business. Your job pays for your lifestyle. So what difference does it make? Mm-hmm. I did a bomb service for you, and so you paid me for it.
Right.
So that was one of the hardest things that we had to realize when we leveled up in business. She didn't really care, but to me, I really cared. And I was just like, wow, people are really something. Like, and I'm grateful that we did get to experience that, because now as we continue to elevate, that stuff don't even bother me no more. Once you experience it one time, like, you learn from it, you grow from it, and you just, it's like whatever. And when I say I don't care, I don't like people to dictate my mood or how I operate and how I maneuver. So I didn't care to the point where it doesn't matter if you don't want to sit in my chair. You're moving out the way so 10 more people that's grateful, that's honored, that's happy to be here can sit here and get a bomb service from people who know what they're doing. We know what we're talking about, and we provide a great atmosphere for you to get serviced in. So when I say I don't care, that's what I mean. Mm-hmm. I really didn't care to go back and forth with somebody who doesn't see my worth or no longer saw my value. All I care about is the people that God is sending our way so that we can pour into, we can minister to, because what we do is not just about a service, it's a ministry, or at least it is for me. So
that was going to be the next question, because y'all, to us, it sounds like y'all just live and breathe the word, and it sounds like y'all preach too. Come on.
We get that so much. Like, we really do. Like, it is a ministry for us, because you got to think, we're in real close proximity with people. Like, we're in their personal spaces. Like, we up here, and even in my aesthetics realm, I'm up close and personal in people's private spots. So it is a ministry for us. You have to have a high level of trust to have somebody that close to you.
Yeah.
So it is indeed a ministry for us. I don't preach or nothing like that. I don't want to do all that. But we keep a word in our belly.
Yeah.
And the word comes from us, from the experiences that we've had, so that we can go out and, tell people. It's kind of like we're giving a testimony, because a lot of people, they're afraid to share things because they don't want people to lash out or talk about them, or they may have a different perspective. And it's okay for us to agree to disagree, but you can hear my perspective. Right. I don't say you have to agree with it, but I respect you enough to get your input, but I'm not going to change how I feel if I feel like it makes sense to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I will listen to what somebody else is saying too. So that's just my thing. I just love pouring into people, and if they receive it, they do. If they don't, it wasn't for them.
Right. Well, together or even apart, doing what you do, what would you say the best piece of advice each one of you've gotten?
It's okay to be yourself.
Okay.
Don't try to pretend to be something that you're not, because in the long run, when you pretend, you can only pretend for so long before the real you shows up. So me learning to be okay with being my true authentic self and not worrying about what other people said or what they're gonna feel, things like that. Of course, I try to do it with, passion. I speak a little louder than people may like. And I was like, well, if I'm passionate about something, it's gonna convey when I start talking. She gonna project it, and so am I. As y'all can hear, when we talk about certain things, our voices elevate. But that's just who we are. Like, we're not yelling at people, and sometimes people can be a little sensitive to when they first meet us and we have like a real conversation. I would say the biggest thing that I have learned is to live and enjoy the moment. I think we live in an era where social media just took full control. So being there, being one with my client, because we used to go live a lot, and some clients, they didn't want to be on the camera, and you can kind of tell the ones that really didn't want to be on the camera. So to just live in the moment and enjoy it, that's one of the biggest things that I learned, and to allow my clients that privacy that they need, because sometimes we talk about heavy stuff. Like, we talk about some heavy stuff with our clients. So, I mean, and it's an amazing experience. And I'm thankful that our clients get to choose us and we get to choose them.
Is what we find interesting, that something that you said. We personally don't think the fact that when you feel something and your volume goes up. I mean, because the first time we met you guys was at the Twins World Twins Day Festival that they have every year. And one of the things that we thought with a lot of the twins or triplets or so have you is that a lot of people have great energy. You guys have great energy. Right. And some people, like you said, some people don't know how to
respond to that.
Right. Some people but you should never dumb down and boy, have we learned not to dumb down who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Ever. There are going to be people who are jealous. There are going to be people who will gravitate towards you.
That don't mean you no good. So we just kind of, like you all, we kind of pray for discernment just to kind of help us navigate through those situations and people that may have questionable goals for themselves towards or against us. So,
and I gotta ask, even though I asked what was the best piece of advice you've gotten, what was doing what you guys do? What was the funniest thing that has ever happened?
You don't have to mention any names.
You don't have to say any names.
The funniest situation that sticks out in your mind that made a big difference, and you just thought this whole situation was
funny.
Well, we comedians in our in our realm, so we have so many funny moments with our clients. We literally can go from boohoo crying with our clients to making them laugh. And
I usually say some off the wall stuff.
I mean, it just literally just comes off the dome. Like, I just do. And they always say, Quinta, you are so crazy. And I just really believe in people having a great time. Right. And so I try to create that environment. So we laugh a whole lot. Like, some of the stuff I just I can't say it on here because it's just not ladylike. Well, I won't say ladylike.
We all.
I just say it's just not appropriate for the world. But I cut up real bad. We really do cut up in real life, and our clients tell us all the time, like, we look forward to coming to get our service because we know that we are going to laugh. Now, if they ain't laughing before they come in here, then you better go see what's going on with us. Like, y'all better call somebody, because if we ain't making you laugh while you here, it's a problem.
Right. Well, and I'm gonna slide this in there. I think when I mention these names, Derek, Dallas, LaQuinta, when we get together, when I tell you, these two are the funniest.
Yes.
Along with, we call them our uncles.
Yeah, they are uncles too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh. It's
their voice. I love their voice, their accent.
Yes, they are so. I guess most of the twins that we know, and I'm talking about both of us, that energy is the same way.
If y'all not tripping with us, then I'm like, yo, what is wrong with y'all?
Like, what's up with them? I've been telling Quinta, like, what's up with them? Like
right.
They
weird.
Like they just, them not our people. I mean, they twins or whatever, but some of them not. They you just ain't gonna mix with everybody, and that's just point blank period. I mean, I love and met some amazing twins throughout going through the Twin Festival, and when I tell you they stuck with us, they stuck with us. Like y'all know y'all stuck with us. Like we fam. Like
there are so many. You have Ryan and Brian. You have Devin and Evan. You have Derek and Dallas.
We could name a lot. Shout out to all.
I mean, we can name them for days and days and days.
Now,
I will say though that when we encounter people who may not, kind of gravitate toward us, that's okay. But when there's something like, usually when, I don't know what this thing is, discernment. It's discernment. But usually when that gets to stirring up, it just, it's usually coming from somebody. There's some things that they need to heal, and that has nothing to do with
There you go.
That's a lot of confidence. Most of it is like confidence issues, jealousy. Like they wish they had our personality, or they wish they had our something that we have that we display. They wish that they had.
Gotcha.
Well, so, now we're going to run some questions.
And
nothing crazy.
We call them like I forget the name that we call them, but it's like the winning questions.
Right.
Now with these winning questions, all you have to do is fill in the blank. Tell us what comes to mind first. Okay. You want to go first, or me?
You can go first. Go ahead.
All right. I could never have predicted.
Me actually walking in the purpose that I am in now. I thought it was something different, but I'm actually walking in a different purpose because God has aligned me on a different path.
Okay.
Do we both have to answer?
What?
Okay. So mine would be like, I never would have imagined my life being technically almost similar to what hers is. Like, I thought by now I'd been a dietitian, helping people with their fitness goals. And not saying that that's not something in the cards for me. It's just like I never would have imagined being in the beauty industry and that being my number one source of income at the present moment.
Okay. No.
Okay. The key to happiness is
loving yourself and being your true authentic self. Laughing.
Yes.
Laughter is good for the soul. Yes. Laughter and loving yourself. Yes. I'll take that one too.
I love it. That laughter, that's an essential.
Our biggest thing is, if we can't make you laugh, then of course, like y'all, it's more so like, not that something's wrong, but it's like our goal is to always make sure that somebody's laughing or somebody feels good. And that, you put that first, and everything else can kind of come, follow and suit. So
you will never regret.
You will never regret living out your dreams. Or what you gonna say? I will never regret all the mistakes and everything, the way that my life is. I'll never regret any of it because it's made me into the woman that I am and still becoming.
Okay.
Real good, girl.
Yo, sorry. Okay. Next question. But you might wish you had
but you might wish you had. If you would have asked me this like maybe a month or two ago, I would have said I might wish I already was married, already had kids, and already had this and that. But after some meeting someone and getting to know someone, I'm gonna say I'm right where God needs me to be, and I'm right on schedule. I'm not delayed. I ain't missing out on nothing because my husband is on the way and our family too.
I like that.
I like
Now
that.
say that question one more time. She said a lot. That was good. That was good.
But you might wish you had.
Oh, but you might wish you had. I kind of wish I had said no to a lot of things and people in the past and given them access to me when they did not deserve it, because this level of self-love that I have now, everybody cannot have access to me. And that's in friendships, relationships, family, all of it.
You know what's so crazy?
We just had this conversation with a brother of
Earlier.
ours.
About maybe this was the exact conversation we
Yep.
had. It's everybody shouldn't have. You shouldn't allow you shouldn't allow everybody to have access to you, because some of them don't know how to use it. Some of them know how to abuse it.
Right.
And it's funny you say that. You said the same
Okay, y'all,
thing.
I can't get up, because if I get up, I'm going to knock a table over and start doing some type of dance, because I'm like, y'all are like bringing it tonight. Like, what?
And what you stated is the truth. If people created their boundaries and stuck to those boundaries,
Right.
imagine how much space you had. You have a state that you have
Right.
when you create that boundary. So at that point, I'm saying, just think about the open space. So that means if Jack or John wants to come to talk to you and they don't actually fit into those boundaries,
right?
Let me stay away from this one, because that person's not good for me.
And even if they don't feel like that's what they were told, your discernment is going to be like,
nope,
hold up, bling, 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 bling.
Like, at all.
Right.
Go off. That's
right.
my five senses.
Yes. or in better words, it would be a Magwood sense.
Right.
Yes.
So the biggest risk that you ever took was
going in. For me, it was going into business with somebody that I thought I knew enough about, and I thought that they were living, the life that I always wanted. So I went into business to them thinking that I could, get ahead, and this was a great opportunity, and it turned out to be a nightmare from hell.
Oh wow. But I'm sure you guys learned from that.
Yeah, it was probably.
Oh, absolutely. Did we? Absolutely. Listen, took my credit score from almost 800 to 400.
Oh, wow.
Ran off on the plug. I was steady calling. She ain't calling back.
Wow.
Woo! But anyway, I'm grateful for, that happening back then, because it's made me more leery and made me more cautious about, who I do business with, who I talk about business with, what I share. It just made me more aware.
Right.
And so I'm grateful for that opportunity. I hate that it had to get to that point, because
woo!
Right. But I am grateful that I've learned from it, I've grown from it, and I'm healing from it.
Right. Okay. Definitely. So never be impressed by
what you see on social media. What you see ain't what it always is.
That
part.
That part right there.
People can lie real good and cover it up. And what they always show, what they always say is you got to follow those actions. Because if the actions don't align with what they're saying, they're full of crap.
Right. And we tend, like you said, it all comes under discernment, and you the energy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You'll know who and what to be around when you get around, and then it's like time to go.
I always like to say, if the vibe ain't right, I ain't right. So,
I ain't with it. I got to go.
Yeah.
Bye.
This one here, she gonna tell you, she will go to places, and I'm like, I'm not going.
She'll be like, I'm not
Quinta,
going.
well, Quinta, this,
I'm not going.
Period. I ain't gotta explain to you. I'm not going. I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And she always regret going. Usually when my gut say no, I ain't going.
Right.
But she always want to be happy-go-lucky, and that's cool for her. But for me, I'm not going.
Right. He's pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
If it's a no, I will try to talk him into it, but then usually he's like,
nah, I'm good. I'm good.
And so he usually knows I won't go without him. And that's like that's the
Especially if
bottom
it's
line.
like a real.
Well, her behind a go, she gonna go.
Especially if it's
If
a
it's a
Bye.
place that I really want to go, I'll just be like,
Bye.
I'll just go for a little while, you know.
right.
If I got another friend that, you know, going with me.
Right.
I ain't going. I ain't doing it.
And the final question, I hope people will remember me most for.
Ooh. The love we give.
My character.
The
heart.
energy that we give, like how we make them feel.
Yeah.
Like people will always remember how you make them feel.
Not what you said, but how you made them feel.
Yeah, like literally.
Unless you say something that cut people real deep or really, really is like real sentimental, they may remember those things, but it's really how you make people feel. So that's what I would say.
Right. And I think what we're going to do is, I'm just going to say this because we said it, I think, prior to January 30th. I think it was the 30th or was it 20th? I think it was the 30th. But we're going to say congratulations now.
Right.
Because of that awards that we were voting for.
Right.
I know something. Look, we don't know who won yet.
Right.
But we feel like you guys won at least one or two of them.
Right.
Listen, we receive it. If it's our time, if it's our season for it, we receive it. And if not, we already winners in our book. So whether we receive an award or not, we wake up every day a winner. So I mean, it'll be great to have an award from that. But if we don't get it, we're okay too.
Right. Plus, you had a birthday a couple weeks ago, if I'm correct.
Y'all need to write.
Hey,
y'all need to write a book.
Aquarius in the house.
With my twin, we be vibing.
Y'all need to write a book or something.
If people wanted to get in touch with y'all, how would they do it? Specifically, like your businesses, how could they get in touch with you?
For me, if you're wanting to get real estate services, then you would contact me via email or text call. LaQuinta the Realtor at gmail.com is my email address, and my contact information is 864-510-8899. That's for real estate and business services, questions about investment, things of that sort. If you're looking for hair services, luxury lock dealers, you can Google us. All of the information is there. We have luxury lock dealers, our website, our hair care line, all of the things are on there. So you can contact us on there.
Oh, what? I heard something. Did you say hair care line?
Yeah, we have a hair care line and a skin care line.
What?
Well, next thing, we normally do this anyway. So y'all need to, whenever y'all have new products or whatever, or even just to promote your websites, let us know. We can promote it, throw it on the air, throw it online. We don't care.
Okay.
I'm telling you that.
2 Rihannas.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Right. Hello.
Listen, we just walking in our purpose. Yep. Yeah. We really are. Like,
though? Was that difficult to start up?
The products?
Yeah.
I think the most difficult thing about it is
finding a chemist
that can do the work that you need done to cater to the market and specific clientele that you want.
Okay.
Wow. I like that. That out of the two, which was more difficult, the skin or the hair product?
I'm gonna say probably the hair, because
you know, they kind of almost like balance because like the skin people need more stuff for blackheads. They need stuff for hyperpigmentation, acne. Like it was just the most challenging part, I'll say, is we wanted to offer everything to everybody, and we had to, you know, hone in on what our niche and our market was.
Right.
So that was the biggest thing, because I started with like 13 products. Now my launch, I sold out almost everything, but and we consistently get sales daily, so I'm grateful for that. We don't even promote it, and that's what is so amazing. But when you have word of mouth, that is something about business that's like never gonna go out of style. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. However, I do feel like, you know, for people who live afar, we may be able to do a better job with promoting our products and things like that online so that it can reach more people. But I'm just grateful for all of the people who have supported us, continue to support us. You know, any kind of support, whether it's just sharing our posts, that's support too. So I'm just grateful. So
that's nice. I think you guys could write, even though there is one out there, but I think you guys could write a book about your business, how you got started. That would
really be helpful to people,
because you show people, even in this interview, you show people who you are and what you're about. And a lot of people can't say, or as they would say, they can't stand on business like y'all are standing on business.
Like every aspect thus far that we've heard, y'all stand on business.
Right.
Oh yeah, we don't stand on business. Hey, you have to. Like, and we're gonna keep it real, and I think that's a lot of things that's the misconception on social media. People are seeing the glam side of the business, but they're not speaking on all of the hell and the other stuff that got them to that point. Because you got people out here wanting to do this business, but they don't know what's gonna happen. So that's why I recommend, you know, getting somebody who's already been in the industry who can help you. So,
again, first of all, thank you for both. Thank you both for taking the time out to be interviewed by us. We don't really call it an interview. We call it more of a conversation, because people get to know who you guys are, what you guys do, and they see what we see.
Right.
So, my thing is, you know,
you got to share what you think.
More. I think if we had more people like you guys walking this earth, and I'm not saying that there isn't, but if we had more, just imagine what we all could accomplish.
Yeah.
I do have one more question though, and it's a quick question.
You gotta tell where they can reach her too.
Yes. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So you can reach me on Google. My business is for nails is Luxury Lock Dealers. I mean, Lord, that's what I mainly be doing now. But my nail business is Lyrical Clutches. You can Google that. And my skincare line is under Opulent Beauty Co. 7.com. You can find me there, and that's where you can find all my skincare products, what each product does, and how it helps your skin. And for my customization, you can find me on social media under Tailored Moments.
Okay, I like that name.
I gotta ask, the Lyrical Clutches, that sounds like a rap lyric, to be honest.
I like that.
Oh, she got all these lyrical stuff, like titles for her services. Okay, that's so how I came up with the lyrical is I'm like a deep thinker, so technically I look up words, I look up meanings, and then I kind of formulated my name for my business based off that, because I'm very artistic. I love to create, design. I like to sing. I like to harmonize. I like all of those stuff. So I use words to help formulate my creativity and help me grow. So
I definitely like that.
That, to me, that sounds like a third, fourth, or fifth, or sixth business situation right there. Right there.
Listen, we can go on and on and on with all these business, but it's just two of us. Well, we actually have other people who help us, and we are grateful for them. One of our best friends, she does help us with the hair stuff, and we love her so much, and we thank her and appreciate her.
And our mama.
And our
daddy.
mama and our daddy, like,
and all our peoples in them.
yeah,
People's in them.
I
That's
like
what I'm
that.
talking.
our people's in them, because
Our
we got a
peoples in
lot.
them.
We have a lot of support, and we
Mhm.
thankful for our village.
Definitely.
Even though we don't have physical children, our businesses is our babies, and for our babies, we do have a village.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And prayerfully, we will see you guys in August, which is
Whoop, 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 whoop. Somebody tried not to come this year, but
wait a minute, say that again. Somebody what?
somebody was trying not to come because she was trying to go with her man. And I had to put my foot down.
Nah.
Not really, but it all worked out perfectly.
Right.
Good.
Okay.
Prayerfully,
He's understanding, and he came up with a solution that did not have to stress me out. So I appreciate him for that.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
We like you said, we all said we have a lot of family there, and we have fun. We chat, we laugh,
We trip
I think
out.
the biggest thing we do is all laugh.
Right.
We
oh
find
man, my jaws and face be hurting by the time I leave, but
Right.
then I have the blues, like
we all
the
got to go back.
separation anxiety.
Right.
Leave, like.
Definitely. But again, we definitely want to say thank you guys for taking a moment to interview with us.
Right.
If you ever wanted to follow us on all social media platforms, we're on Blue Sky, Twitter. Well, we used to be on Twitter. We're no longer on Twitter.
No, ain't.
Yeah,
Right.
Facebook, TikTok, Fanbase, Instagram, Twitch. You follow us, we follow you back. You can also find out more information about what we're doing on TheRaydioTwins.com.
Mm-hmm. And that's www.TheRaydioTwins, TheRaydioTwins.com.
You can check out our radio show, which is Saturdays at 3 p.m. by going to the same website, TheRaydioTwins.com.
And we also like to, for whoever's watching, we are slowly but surely getting through all of the inboxes and emails that we receive, and we will respond to each and every last one of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are the Magwood Twins.
Mm-hmm.
We are the Radio Twins. This is the Radio Twins experience. Experience something new with the Radio Twins experience. Thank you again. Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Good night.